Hey there, I'm Natalie.
And I'm Angela.
And we are
Blondetourage,
here for a movie review. Today we are going to be reviewing Godless, the Eastfield Exorcism, directed by Nick Kozakis.
Lara is a woman tormented, torn between science and faith. Pushed by her husband to seek treatment from a congregation of zealots, a ruthless exorcist will try to save her soul by putting an innocent woman through hell. We went to the Overlook Film Festival a couple of weeks ago, which was amazing.
So much fun.
By the way. And we knew that this film was going to be there, but we missed seeing the first screening by 2 seats. Very, very upsetting.
We were so disappointed. We were waiting and they kept letting people in one by one to see if it would fill. And
we kept getting closer and closer.
And we're like, we're going to make it. We're going to make it.
We didn't make it.
No.
Luckily, they had a surprise screening on the 3rd day. So we did get to see it then. And wow, what a film.
So about a month and a half ago, I was looking through the website of the Overlook Film Festival and just checking out the movies that were going to be there. And I saw this one. And I went to Instagram looking up all the directors. And I found Nick Kozakis. I think I said on one of his posts, oh, I can't wait to see it at the Overlook Film Festival. And he liked it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then he started following us, which I thought was even cooler. He was just so friendly. And I think he even DM'd us and said, you guys are legends or something. I was like, okay, this guy is amazing. I love him. I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
The night we went to the Vampires Ball, we started walking around and filming ourselves. And all of a sudden, Nick Kozakis stopped us and said, I know you girls. And I said, you're that director. I was like, how cool is this guy? And he said, I really hope you guys come see my movie. And we were so excited. So when we didn't get in, we saw Nick and we were like, Nick, can you get us in? And he couldn't do it because it was full. And there was a fire hazard if we were standing up in the hallway. We even asked if we could sit in the projection booth. We asked all these favors and there was just nothing that they could do.
But that gave us the opportunity to kind of talk to him about the movie a little bit.
Yes.
One of the things that we asked him is, are there jump scares?
Yeah.
I said, because I'm not a fan. And he said that there are a couple. Mm-hmm. But the thing about them is that they didn't bother me because they were purposeful. They needed to be where they were. So, yeah, did I jump a little bit? Did I get scared? Yeah. The jump scares weren't like a cheap gimmick.
It was almost like you were in the shoes of Lara.
Yes.
And that's why she was reacting the way she was reacting. She would see these visions real quick and it would scare her, therefore scaring us.
Yes, that was very good.
Thank you.
You're very smart. You should be a film critic. Now, I want to say that when I first heard about this movie, I was skeptical.
Yeah.
Because anytime I hear about a movie that has exorcisms in it,
right,
I automatically think to the original Exorcist.
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, so many exorcism movies have been done. Mm-hmm. How is anyone going to do what hasn't been done before?
Right.
And how, if they are going to try to do that, how is it going to rise up to the original? And most of the times, these films fall completely flat. Mm-hmm. The thing about...
Or they rely on jump scares.
Yes, which, as you guys know, I don't like.
Right.
Before we go into details, I just want to say that this was not a horror film.
No. It was, I think, a drama with some scary aspects to it.
And true crime, because this was based on true events.
Which makes it very scary, actually.
Yes, a different kind of scare.
Yes.
Not a horror scare, but a real life scare.
Because there are people out there who do these kinds of things. Now, I want to start off by saying that I love a good slow burn. Slow burns are like my favorite, actually.
Just the build up?
The build up.
Yeah.
Getting to know the characters and kind of falling in love with characters. And then when something... What?
I'm just laughing because there was really nobody in the beginning of this film to fall in love with.
That's true, except for Lara.
Except for her.
Yeah.
And the therapist.
The therapist was great too.
Yes. But it's funny because you get really invested in the characters, but right out of the gate with this one, man, the husband, oh.
He was very frustrating to watch just because he was easily influenced, I thought, by other characters saying that medication is not going to help her. He did not listen to the therapist. He did not listen to Lara saying that the medication was working. He automatically thought that she was possessed. It kind of reminded me of the exorcism of Emily Rose. It gave me that kind of a vibe just because of the true crime thing. And also, you never really are fully aware if she is schizophrenic or if she maybe there's a possession going on.
Right. I can see how it reminds you of that.
Yeah.
Minus, obviously, the courtroom drama.
Right.
And I liked The Exorcism of Emily Rose. But the funny thing about it is the first time that I saw it, I went in thinking this is going to be a crazy exorcism movie.
And you didn't like it.
And I didn't like it.
Yeah.
When I watched it the second time, knowing it was courtroom, then... But, I mean, let's just say we both loved this film for so many reasons. And I think that one of the main reasons that I loved it was because of the acting.
I agree with you 100%. The girl who played Lara, Georgia Ayers, she was such a heartbreak. And I just wanted to give that girl a hug.
The thing about her is that you could read every emotion that she was feeling by looking at her face.
Yes.
I mean, she was so expressive. It was such a tragic story, and she did such an incredible job of portraying this character. We actually got to meet her. She was very sweet.
Very sweet.
And it's funny because we met her before...
We saw it.
So I wish we kind of got to meet her afterwards because I would have asked her a million questions.
I know.
She's phenomenal. I mean, hands down, one of the best actresses that I've seen on screen in a long while.
And there was a lot to ask of her to portray in this film.
Yeah, because it wasn't just she had to dive into this like from the mental aspect,
right?
But the physicality of it too. Whew. There was one scene that was a standout moment for me. I think you might agree with me. I don't want to spoil, but it has to do with someone breaking something of hers.
Yes.
That scene was gut-wrenching. I was so full of emotion. My chest got heavy. My eyes filled up with tears.
I get chills.
I know. I've got them right now.
Yes.
Look.
Like, every time I think about that scene, it is such a heartbreak. She really broke my heart.
Let's move into the character Daniel James King.
Ugh, do we have to?
Yes. He made me want to jump through the screen and rip his face off.
Oh my gosh, I hated him.
I know.
I hated him.
Which means that he did a great job.
What's interesting is we met him and he was the kindest, nicest gentleman.
Sweetest guy.
Yeah, his
polar opposite of the character that he played.
Yes.
He was evil, pure evil. There was not there. I mean, his acting obviously phenomenal, but the character, there's not one good thing I could say about his character. He was relentless. He was a bully. He was gaslighting. He was horrible.
There were no redeeming qualities to this man.
Nope, nothing.
The rest of the supporting cast was absolutely wonderful. You know that whole mob mentality thing?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was even a character in there. I didn't catch her name. And you could see that she was feeling for the character and she knew what she was doing was wrong.
but still went along with it.
Yeah.
I love watching documentaries or series that have to do with cults because I just find it so fascinating.
Oh, yeah,
that
definitely.
People get into this mental state where they will just follow a person no matter what they say, no matter what they think. You know, we actually know someone who was in a cult and she had to get deprogrammed.
Yes.
I mean, this stuff, and this woman is so smart and she's such a badass.
You would never in a million years think somebody like her could be brainwashed like that.
Right. So anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here is that, you know, this stuff, as unbelievable as it is to watch on the screen, it's just so crazy because this stuff happens all the time.
Yes.
And it's frightening. It's sad and it's frightening. And that's all I kept thinking while we were watching this film is that this stuff really happened.
Yeah. The woman who played the doctor, although she wasn't in that many scenes, her scenes were very powerful.
It was almost like she was going to save the day, but in the end, they wouldn't listen to her. Mm-hmm. So, listen to your therapist.
Can we just discuss the makeup, especially at the very end? And I don't want to give it away.
Oh my gosh.
But that was the most realistic looking.
Yes.
That was the most realistic I've ever seen what I'm talking about. Does that make sense?
It does. I know exactly what you're talking about. When you see the film, you will too.
Yeah.
We both love this film for a lot of reasons.
Yes.
The score, amazing.
The cinematography,
amazing. The acting, obviously, amazing. Mm-hmm. And of course, you can't have a great film without a great director. So bravo to our new friend, Nick Kozakis, for your amazing, phenomenal job on directing this film. It was just so good. To me, it was one of those movies that just kind of sucked you in, grabbed onto your heart, twisted it, and kind of ripped it out and left you with this just gut-wrenching feeling at the end.
Definitely. There's nothing else to say. I mean, that says it all about this film. So if you want to walk away from a film just feeling heartbreak and misery, this would be... But I say that, but I tend to gravitate towards those types of films.
Same with me.
You know? If you want those horrible feelings... I definitely recommend this movie. It's just, it is a wonderful film. And I am just really proud to know Nick now.
You know what I did have a problem with, though? The accents. There were so many times that I couldn't understand what they were saying. I mean, I knew in context what was going on, obviously. But there were some of the words I just couldn't get. But that's not their fault.
Well, when we watch it for a second time, we'll just put subtitles.
Yes! But this is one of the movies that I really think you should see on the big screen. Yeah. Don't wait for it to come out and watch it at home. Go out and see it in the theater. It's powerful.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
And extremely devastating.
It was.
We are Blondetourage, and remember to like
and subscribe.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.